Hi everyone, and welcome to the official beginning of Theology 150, Introduction to the Liturgy. They just changed the name of this course. It used to be the Liturgy Today, so you might see a conflict in some of the ways that it's written. It's really the same thing. They just changed the name and didn't tell me. So some of my things have the Liturgy Today on it, but it's the same syllabus, same course outline. My plan is that each week I'll do a little one of these video introductions to the unit, and my plan is that I'll put them up on Wednesdays. Of course, that got a little complicated when Wednesday was Monday, but pretend that this is Wednesday, the 9th. I also delayed because I was expecting to get some of your essays in, and so far I've only received 2. So really, before you work on this unit or anything, get that written. And it takes a special kind of perseverance to work on an online course. And you need to figure out the rhythm for yourself. That's my plan. Each week I'll put up the video introduction and send you the discussion part of the course. But my expectation is that you will have done that week's readings, so that, you know, we can begin a dialogue about it. And each week I kind of will treat it differently. As you'll see in this week's readings, there are 4 or 5 opportunities to post on the discussion board at different points. You know, maybe you want to save your work and do it all in one day, or whether you want to break it up over each of the days. It's up to you, but keep going. And I built into the schedule a couple of breaks, a fall break, and I think there's another break someplace else, just to give you a week to catch up. So that's kind of how I set it up. There haven't been any syllabus questions, but if you have a syllabus question, please put it there on the discussion board, or, you know, email me. The introduction section of the discussion board, there was a problem with how you handled it. Instead of introducing yourself as a new thread, every response you put on the discussion board really goes in as a new thread. So Joseph was the first to post, and he posted his new thread, and everybody else replied to him rather than putting in a new post. So it's only going to help us to keep track of who's saying what and who's responding to what if you handle it that way. I noticed Amora put in a separate thread. Now, Amora, I don't know if you did that first or whether you did that later, but yeah, I know you're a Blackboard aficionado, so. And if you need help with Blackboard, the folks at eStudio said that they would help you. That's in Bent Hall 447. Although you might find help also in one of the labs, computer labs on campus. Because Blackboard now is really the platform that most of the students are using. The other, obviously, that you've discovered, the other help that we're going to use here is Campus Guides, and that enables me to post this video, and I put some reminders on the other column of things that you have to do, you know, for this, a kind of a checklist for yourself. So we have 3 books that we're using for the course. The Liturgy Documents is volume 3, and this is the latest edition. There have been other editions of liturgy documents, but they don't have the same documents. And the thing that makes this the most powerful is really not so much the documents, but all of the pastoral introductions that go to the documents. Keith Peckler's Liturgy in a Postmodern World is a little old now. I think it's 10 years old or so, but he has wonderful essays from people all around the world. These are more from the United States. These are really an international group of theologians, and we'll be referring to them as we go along. Keith is from New York. He's a Jesuit. I guess maybe he's from New Jersey. but he teaches in Rome. And so that's why he has all of those international contacts. And the third book that we'll be using is Frank Senn. Frank is a Lutheran pastor, and he and Keith and I and probably all of the authors of the pastoral introductions in liturgy documents are colleagues together in the North American Academy of Liturgy. So we're familiar with each other's work, and really we approach liturgy as a common celebration of a community's worship, whether that community is a Jewish community, Orthodox community, Roman Catholic, Lutheran, Methodist. We're all from those particular disciplines, and we look at the history of liturgy together, and we look at practice together, and we look at liturgical architecture, we look at ritual together. It's really a collaborative effort. And that's why what I hope we're going to experience in this course too. You come from different religious traditions, and you come from different parts of the world, so that will enrich our discussions a lot. I posted the unit, the discussion, which again asks you to do the readings first, and then it goes through step by step, pausing, asking you to post something on the discussion board. And it's best if you do it that way and not just save everything till the end. And those of you who are eager beavers might need to go back and look to see if somebody else has responded. I don't ask you to respond to everything, but you're perfectly welcome to do so. So, I try to put down kind of a minimum. So I think maybe 2 of these I asked you to respond to. And in other weeks it'll be different. And if you have any problems with the mechanics of it, just please let me know. I teach at the university. I'm always there on Mondays and Thursdays. It's when I have my office hours, but you can meet with me there, or we can do FaceTime or Skype or anything else that works for you to help clarify the work, or just engage in conversation. As you read, you also might want to keep in mind your term project and how you're going to approach that. Something will pique your interest, either because of some work that you're doing, some interest that you have. I want it to be something that's of value to you in your life, and in what you are preparing to do for your ministry or career, however you approach this. Have a good week. As always, if you need me, phone, email, text. I'll try to respond as quickly as I can. Enjoy the week.